All right, sports show, YouTube. Here we damn go. Lions. Oh, man. Taking on the San Diego. I knew I was going to do that. How many times do you fucking call them San Diego? Or am I just the only one who does that?
Dude, the car ride back with the girlfriend from my vacation this weekend, I called them that numerous times because they belong in San Diego and no one fucking watches them in LA. Nobody.
They play in Inglewood anyways. They're not in fucking LA, first of all.
It's
But Lions. How about these guys? 41-38. Say this out loud and it doesn't feel weird. The Lions are 7-2. San Diego falls to 4. San Diego called them it again. Chargers, fucking. We're just going to call them the Chargers. We're leaving out
they-
the
they're
C.
they are. Let's just admit it. They belong in San Diego. They should be in San Diego.
I'm still calling Vegas. I think Oakland. I'm still. I
Yeah.
just, you just reach a certain age where the team is what you fucking remember it. I'm still calling Washington the goddamn Redskins too. Cleveland still the Indians. But getting off track here. Lions 41-38 over the Chargers. Jared Goff, let's go over some statistics here as we got this. If my damn thing, we got 23 of 33. Jared Goff, 333 yards, 2 touchdowns. The run game for the Lions, definitely strong. Montgomery, 116 yards. Gibbs, 77 and 2 touchdowns. I think there's still some question marks, though, on this Lions team with the victory, but they did not generate a quarterback sack, as we talked about going into this. How bad do you think that trade deadline, not making the move to pick up some help for Hutchinson, is going to hurt them down the line?
Dude, you know the text we were having with that. It's going to take them from being a contender to being a first round out in the playoffs.
Ooh.
I firmly believe that. Justin Herbert, I think they touched him like once the whole game, and he still got the ball away. Like, having nobody on that line that can do anything against a mobile quarterback, you can't win in the playoffs like that. You can't.
Yeah, there was no pass rush generated this entire game. Like we said, no sacks. The only play I even remember a couple times was some rollouts where they got some, put a helmet on him, knocked him down. But Kirby Joseph, big interception. I remember texting you earlier, Trudeau, about this game. The safeties, Branch, Gardner Johnson. Gardner Johnson is out for the year. That's still a blow. I think a lot of people kind of forget because it was the first game of the year that he got hurt. But
he got hurt within like 5 minutes of the first game.
Right.
And he did an Aaron Rodgers injury.
And he was laying people the hell out, too. So a big blow, obviously. And you're missing Branch. So that happening both your safeties that you thought going into the season projected to be your starters. Tracy Walker's did a nice job filling in. Just looking over some more numbers here. St. Brown, 8 catches, 156 yards, and a touchdown. Raymond, 2 catches, 46. Laporta really starting to kind of come into the offense now. 4 catches, 40 yards. Gibbs, 335 out of the backfield. I want to touch another thing on here. Gibbs, I don't know what it is with the Lions, but anytime that second half, they refuse to fucking run the ball, it seems like. I think the first possession they had, it was throw, and you got yourself in a 3rd down and 10 right off the bat. That's another thing.
I don't get it.
Yeah, we talked about the Lions not having another defensive pass rusher to help Hutchinson out. I think they're going to have some problems if they can't turn this thing around in the second half adjustments. Whatever it is they're doing, teams are catching on to it. I'm trying to pull up the box score here, too, to see what that second half score actually was. But it's been a thing all year, not being able to put up points in the second half in the game. They did put up 17 for this one, but got off to a slow start. Chargers scored 21 points in that second half as I'm looking at this here. But Lions,
let's not, sorry to interrupt, let's not forget, the Lions choked 2 times in the red zone. So that game could have been fucking over by the time it was halftime. Let's be honest about that, too.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken here, let me check this, but I want to say they had more 4th down conversions than 3rd down conversions. At least that's what it was at some point in the game, as many times as they were going for it here. Let me pull up the
I think you are correct there, good sir. I'm pulling up too.
That is insane. That's another thing too. It's kind of one of those, you're damned, I mean, if you don't get it, everybody's saying, well, why didn't you go for it on 4th down? But man, Campbell, some gutsy calls there, especially late in the game. Let's see here. 3rd down conversions for the Lions, if I can find the damn thing. ESPN is horrible on this. 3rd down efficiency. Lions were 4-13. They were 4-5 for 4th down. So the Lions had just as many 4th down conversions as they did 3rd down conversions. That's fucking insane. Chargers also 3 for 3. It seems to be a trend this year, though. A lot of teams are going for it more on fourth down. Passed the field goal a couple times there in this game to put some more points on the ground. 200 yards, though, rushing for the Lions. God, it's good to have a fucking run game finally. They haven't had a damn run game.
533 total yards for the Lions.
Ooh. But, the Chargers, I want to touch on the Chargers because we talked about this, I think, a couple weeks ago. Do you think that whole coach and the whole coaching staff and that organization you got Herbert out there. You don't want to fire a coach unless you're pretty much out of a playoff spot, but I think he's the next coach in line to get fired.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if they had won this game today, he probably could have saved his job, maybe. But I have to look at the standings. I don't even think that they're in the hunt for a wild card out there, are they? Because the AFC's got a lot of better teams. Yeah, because you've got
Cincinnati's in there too, even though they lost today. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you've got so many teams in front of them. Like saying that they're in the hunt is not very. It's disingenuous. So, yeah, he might. Maybe he gets canned after that loss. They played decently well, but the Lions also forgot to play defense. So.
Yeah, that defense, it's kind of been the strength all year, or at least is coming through in the clutch, that Lions defense. But today, man, they were getting shredded. Herbert, what do you have? 4 touchdowns, man. Unbelievable. Keenan Allen all over the place, stiff-arming fools. But, God, just still looking at that, I still can't get over that 7-2 in front of that Detroit Lion logo. Can you believe that, man? Detroit Lions are 7-2. What kind of world are we living in here?
Yeah, it's wild. Even wilder for me is that the Vikings are somehow still 6-4.
Yes.
I don't see it. How are they winning these games? They are not a good football team. It's like the Steelers. I'm wearing my jersey, but I do not think we're a good football team.
Man, Hobbs getting jobs out there for the Vikings. I honestly, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but the plays where he's scrambling, I swear it's because he doesn't know what the fucking play is. That's
a strong possibility there, dude.
Yeah, because we got stuck with that out here regionally with the Vikings and the Saints. So I had to
watch it. Oh, did we?
Yeah, it was fucking awful. It was fucking awful. Whoa. But, those plays where he was rolling out, it looked like he was like, I don't know where my X receivers, let me just take off and fucking run. But crazy, though. Minnesota is, I believe, won 3 in a row now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think so.
They are hanging around here. Yeah, that Dobbs. I don't know, man. That's one of those things, like we said in the week recap we did last week. I don't see it lasting, but God, I'm going to look like a fool now if they keep winning like this. 2 in a row with Dobbs as the quarterback. What does that put them at? Then let me see. That's got the Vikings here at 6-4. Damn, they're only a game behind us. Absolutely insane.
I think they're 2 games actually because they have a couple extra losses.
Look at that. The Saints, though, at 5-5. That whole NFC South, 5-5. Tampa Bay's 4-5. Atlanta 4-6. Carolina, who cares about what the hell they're doing out there? San Francisco got another big one today, too. Seattle right behind them at 5-3. San Francisco at 6-3. AFC, did you catch any of that Patriot game?
I didn't catch any of the game because I was driving for most of the day.
I think that Mac Jones era in San Francisco, or New England, might be over with.
He was that bad, huh?
Oh, yeah, they took him out. They put Zappy in there, man.
Yikes.
Baltimore 7-3. Did you see that Baltimore game, too? That was another wacky one.
Who'd they play? They hammered somebody, didn't they? Oh, no, they lost to the Browns, the Cleveland Steamers. The Cleveland Steamers and the Peanut Shower.
Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, the Browns knocked them out, and Cincinnati also got knocked out, too, by Houston. That was a game I wish we would have got here. So a lot of crazy stuff going on here in the NFL. That Baltimore one is definitely surprising, though. They were probably the hottest team coming into that game, especially on the run side of the ball. Some of the things
look at that division now, though. Baltimore 7-3, Steelers 6-3, Browns 6-3, Bengals 5-4. That's wide open, man. That's totally wide open.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd still have Baltimore as an elite team in here despite the loss. It's only 1 week. We'll see what happens. Moving forward with everything, we're going to have to do our power rankings whenever we get to the NFL recap. But I still have Baltimore as an elite team. But definitely a shocking score out there. Like I said, in that Cincinnati one with Houston, I'm trying to pull up the stats for this one. This damn thing would communicate. I don't know if you can get it for me faster than I can on this damn thing before I throw this out the effing window.
Your EnergyNet controller go offline there?
What's that?
I said, did your EnergyNet controller go offline there? You got send an ENS?
No. I'm gonna fucking smash the shit out of this.
We got CJ Stroud, 23 of 39, 356 yards, 1 touchdown and a pick, rating of 87. Joey Football, 27 of 40. Yikes, that's not that great. 347, 2 and 2, and a rating of 90.
CJ Stroud, man. You know what?
Yeah.
How about MVP consideration for him? We're all talking about Rookie of the Year, but, I mean, we're past the halfway point now. I think the one we did, I had Tyreek Hill, but Stroud's got to be up there. You said, did he have a pick today?
Yeah, one touchdown, 1 interception.
All right, so I think he's 15-2 at the top of my head, if I'm not mistaken, for the season. 15 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. Those are MVP numbers, and they're, 5-4 now? I think they're just above 500 with that win. Yeah, so,
they're above 500.
Yeah, that's definitely an MVP consideration.
And they are 1 game back in their division, so they're very much alive for a playoff. I mean, that would just be wild if they made the playoffs. After everything that went down last year with Lovie Smith giving him the big fuck you on his way out, winning that game, and they end up with CJ Stroud when everybody wanted Bryce Young. And what you and I were not high on Bryce Young from the get-go.
Nope, not at all, man. Bryce Young, I mean, he's a college player. You can tell there's a difference out there. Everybody got on the Jalen Hurts bandwagon with that kind of style quarterback. And Stroud is, to me, if you're going to take a quarterback, by far and away would have been the one that I would have took with that number 1 pick for damn sure.
And he's very intelligent, too. If you hear him talk, he is really, really smart. But hey, his Wonderlic wasn't a million or whatever.
Oh, God.
Fuck out of here.
I've always wanted to take that damn thing. You know, we should do that.
You and I, yes, that would be a great. You and I would probably get fucking 100%, bro. We'd be drafted by everybody.
Hey, no shit, right? If I do that, I'll be on the top fucking draft boards all across the goddamn country and shit. If I took them fucking things. I don't even know what that thing consists of. I think I looked it up a long time ago. It's just basic, like, kind of sort of like an IQ test, right? Where you're kind of story problems and that kind of dumb shit.
I think so, yeah.
All right, well, I'm trying to pull up some more stats here for this Lions game. Who is the next opponent for the Lions, by the way, anyways? Let's check that shit out.
Let's look. By the way, side note on the Lions. Since Jimbo got canned.
Jimbo Fisher.
On 3 Sports, posted a Texas A&M hot board. Dan Campbell is on that list.
Shut the fuck up. For the Texas A&M job?
Yeah.
Who the fuck wrote that? Hold on. What's that on?
Hold on. I'm going to send it to you. Some motherfucker named Andy Staples.
Texas. Who the fuck is Andy Staples? First of all.
Sounds like a bitch ass.
Andy Staples.
Hold on.
Get the hell out of here. There is no way in hell Dan Campbell is going to leave the NFL for goddamn Texas A&M.
No, there's no way.
Oh, man.
There's no way. None.
That's like I was hearing some of the trade rumors earlier in the season for Derrick Henry when we had 2 running backs. Once Montgomery got hurt, I kind of understood it when they had Derrick Henry supposedly on the trade block and all that shit. But we had Montgomery and we had Gibbs. And there was a lot of things going around that we were trying to go get Derrick Henry. Wow, that's...
People just like to spread shit to spread shit.
Oh, my God. You blew my mind with that one.
Yeah. Well, let's read this fucking stupid list. Dan Lanning, Mike Elko, Mike Norvell, Kalen DeBoer, Lance Leopold, Jonathan Smith, Jed Fish. Keep in mind, all these guys are already employed and paid pretty highly. Jeff Traylor, no clue who that is. Urban Meyer.
Oh, well.
Sharon Moore.
Oh, the Michigan OC? No.
Dan Campbell and Dan Quinn.
Not that he's not deserving of the job, but
he's your next head coach when Harbaugh leaves, buddy.
Yeah, which it might be happening here. I mean, has a coach ever been suspended twice in 1 year?
No. No.
Fucking wild. What a wild fucking year for everything, man.
Did you see Sharon Moore fucking crying
Oh
after the
yeah.
game like Jim Harbaugh got
Oh
fucking
yeah.
executed in front of his eyes?
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then I loved when Blake Corum was walking around with his battle wound, that little cut he had here in the middle of the head. Man, good stuff.
Man, that's for our college football episode. But oh, boy, I already don't like that program, and I hate them even more now. They got to have their victimhood now. We're so victimized. You fucking cheated, dumbasses. You get what you get.
Man,
It's like that'd be like Sean Payton going up there and crying when he got the Bounty Gate suspension.
well, Drew Aller against top opponents not showing up.
Oh, he's
Ohio
fucking
State owned him. Michigan's defense owned him. I know he doesn't have a lot of playmakers out there. They're trying to build it with him at quarterback, but I think he only had. I don't want to talk out of my ass, but it had to be. I think he had like 70 yards passing or some crazy shit like that. And against Ohio State, I think similar numbers.
We went to the I was in Grand Rapids. We went to the Griffins game last night. Griffins sucked, by the way.
Grand Rapids
We
Griffins.
left midway through the second. Yeah, we left midway through the second period. They were so bad. But the God, now I just lost my fucking train of thought. Oh, we were watching a little bit of the Penn State game.
That's a hockey team, by the way, for anybody who wants to know.
Yes. My Red Wings minor league affiliate, one of them. But we were watching a little bit of it at the bar before we went. No. Before we went. Anyways, we were watching a little bit of it.
Did you have a couple drinks or some shit?
I had none. Zero. But we were watching it when we got back to my sister's house. And I was watching Drew Aller, and I'm like, what is he throwing at? There's nobody there. The dude just airmails it into nothing.
See, that shows you they don't need no fucking signal stealers.
Well, I mean, if you or I were out there, they wouldn't need to know our signals. So you might as well not need them with Drew Aller. It was a close game, though, for most of it. Penn State's defense is good. But
they fired their OC.
Yeah, they fired their OC.
Yep. Yeah, I seen that. Which is just wacky, though. And I know they had some weak opponents. I think they played Massachusetts and some under-the-radar teams, or, fucking off-the-top 25 radar teams, I should say, to start the season. But I don't get firing coaches in college halfway through the season. I don't see what it helps. I mean, their two biggest games, they've already done it over with. Especially with a young quarterback, man. You want to build some continuity out there. So, against Ohio State and Michigan, I mean, if you get blasted, you get blasted. Those are better teams at this point. Though I did think Ohio State was going to be a closer game than it was. It wasn't really a blowout, but offensively, they couldn't do shit out there. By the way, I don't know how Ohio State is number one in the country, but that's a whole nother thing. But we're going to look at the Lions.
Oh, you guys will be now that you got a top 10 win.
Oh, dude, they're gonna slaughter fucking, what was it, Indiana or Maryland, I think they got next week.
Big Ten's trash.
Big Ten's trash, and Pac-12 is best conference in fucking college football, and that's the one that's going to get blown up. Still can't figure that one out. But Lions, okay, so this is what they got here. They got Chicago next week, Green Bay on Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble.
Win.
New Orleans.
Gobble, gobble, that's what she said.
She tried to say it.
Yeah.
We got
win with the Saints.
Chicago, Green Bay, New Orleans, Chicago, Denver, Minnesota, Dallas, and Minnesota to close out the schedule here.
Lions, only one should only be one loss in there, right?
Yeah, 13-4, easy, right?
I mean, they can't lose.
Cocky Lions fans now, huh? But 13-4.
If they go out there and lose, to Chicago, fuck me, like Jesus Christ, you just can't do it, kid. You can't do it. We just can't have it.
Well, I mean, really the toughest game is probably Dallas and one of these Minnesota games. I know New Orleans is in first place, so we're kind of overlooking them as well. So New Orleans, Minnesota, and Dallas. So 4 out of those next games are going to be the tough ones. Yeah, I think they can get through this with only 2 losses. Finish up 12-5, 13-4, around there. Definitely doable.
Very doable.
All right, man. Well, I am all set if you are for this little Detroit Lions little chat box here after the game.
Oh yeah, little nightly recap here.
Yep, we'll be definitely getting down on some more here. We'll be doing the NFL recap, some college football, all that fun shit. But that is that. Detroit Lions get the win over the Chargers. Don't call them San Diego, as I did about 3 or 4 damn times. I know not the only one who's been doing that. But I am all set, man. I will get at you later. See you. See you.
Oh, it says.